surprised that more correctional officers don't get payback outside of work as
So y'all go watch this video. It's pretty good. She talks about she's surprised that more bosses don't get whooped outside of work or whatever for the way that they act while they're at work. But I'm not, I'm not really surprised, because the fact of the matter is, when you're free, you got other things on your mind, right? Whenever you're incarcerated in a maximum security pen and you don't got nothing else going on, you can sit there and you dwell and you stew and you think about this damn person that comes in and they're an asshole and you don't want to have to deal with it whenever they're assigned to work on your pod, and every day it's a Russian roulette, at 7 o'clock or whatever. Is it going to be them or a decent boss? So you're sitting there dwelling and stewing on that. And you have no control. They're in a position of authority and you don't have any control. So, yeah, you fantasize to make, it eases some of that tension and kind of put your mind at ease. Like, I would be in control. I would have the power. I would teach them a lesson about respect. You know what I mean? So I get why people would sit there and stew on it, but the reality is, when you're free, you got things to do. You got to take care of the family. You got to get to work. Last thing you want to do is assault somebody that was an asshole, because guess what? You don't ever change assholes. You know what I mean? Like, there's no you don't give somebody a pill and they stop being an asshole. Personality disorders are notoriously, tricky with that, with, certain types of cognitive behavioral therapy on people that are antisocial and stuff like that. It doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? There's not a therapy or a medicine you give these people. They're just assholes. And you just got to learn how the way that you manage that is your interactions with that person. You think about how you're going to interact with that person, right? Because you know the kind of response that you're going to get with them, so you know what to say, what not to say. You know what I'm saying? You avoid the conflict. And my second reason that I think that people don't jump on people outside of work is because there might have been a situation that kind of precipitated the interaction between the two individuals, right? Maybe the boss was coming onto the pod and they were just kind of doing their thing, and they asked you to do something that was whatever their rank or the policy says that you're supposed to, and you didn't want to, and you were already having a bad day, and you gave them, so they gave back. You know what I mean? And maybe that's why a lot of bosses don't get assaulted outside, because maybe the conflict that they had whenever they were in the joint, there was a reason for it, right? And it was a legit reason. And if they can sit there and really process that over time, I think when you're in prison, you ain't got nothing but time. You know what I'm saying? And if you're honest with yourself and everything going around, maybe you'll realize, oh, well, I played a role in that situation, because it's not every day, not every boss walking in there is just the biggest asshole in the world. I think you got bosses that are assholes, and you got bosses that are friendly, and then you got people like I was the third kind. I just did my job, right? And, don't ask me to move things. Don't ask me to do, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? You got SSIs for that. Pay him what you pay him. That's his source of income. But don't do it in front of me either, because I'm not friendly like that. It's just, I was there to get a check to feed my family, and I just did my job the best that I could. And I hope that others would say the same thing too, that if they ever worked with me or if they were inmate there, I hope if they, in retrospect, they would look back on the situation, be like, yeah, that's one thing about that boss. He just did what he was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he would do this little slapstick back and forth, haha thing, little treat people like humans and chop it up. But when they called him to suit up, he suited up. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I hope there's room for everybody to heal in this stuff, though. I hope bosses, whenever they're done working out there, they can try to find a way to heal from it. I hope that inmates can try to find a way to heal from it, because, it can sit there and stew. It can weigh on people, you know what I mean? And that's not a healthy way to live your life. I'll holler at y'all, make some more videos. I'm sorry these all run so long all the time.